up for me in my early day childhood, like in public school and whatnot, I had lost my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old. And that really impacted me as a kid. I was very shy, very timid, very overweight. You wouldn't be able to see that right now, but I was very confused and didn't know my left from my right, didn't know where I was to plug in, didn't know where I fit in school, within friends, and so I was really frustrated, and I had a lot of fear, a lot of insecurities, got bullied a lot. Public school was just a dark time for me, and I remember I wanted something more, I wanted something different, I wanted something to change, and I remember my cousin got me into skateboarding, and I remember I just breathed, eat, and slept skateboarding that whole summer long. Friends are coming up to me like, "Oh, Chris, oh, that's cool, you skate, man, that's dope." And they're like, "Man, dude, did you lose weight?" I'm like, "Oh, maybe, man." They're like, "Chris, you're wearing jeans." I'm like, "Well, it's because I can finally fit into some jeans." And you wouldn't be able to tell right now, but that was a time in my life where I hated myself. I didn't like who I was. I had a poor self-image, and the fact that I had lost all this weight seemed impossible, but it happened. And I really believe that's because my God is in the business of doing the impossible. And I remember the first day of high school praying, just saying, "God, I pray that, I'd make some friends, and, God, can you make me cool? Make me cool right now." But most of all, I just prayed that God, I wanted things to be different. I wanted things to be changed. I wanted more. And so it put me in a different group of friends and just a whole different atmosphere, culture, and I loved it. And I just threw myself into this thing. And part of the reason why I think I lost weight is because I took my eyes off my problems and blaming people for losing my dad to suicide, or all the people that picked on me in high school, and I got wrapped up in a dream. And that's what I really encourage the youth of today, is to get wrapped up in a dream, get wrapped up in something that you believe in. And for me, it was skateboarding. And so that's when I think the fat just melted off, and I just stayed out of trouble because I was just so excited, So in a way, skateboarding, saved me. I like to say that, skateboarding saved me from a lot of trouble and drugs, but Jesus is the one who actually saved my soul. And so that gave me some confidence, and then eventually, years later, I hurt myself skateboarding. So I was really frustrated, I was discouraged, a girlfriend dumped me at the same time, and so I had even more spare time than ever, and that's when I started to write lyrics and started to paint the pen and get into songwriting. And it was just so weird because I had failed music in school, and I always like to say God likes to take the most unlikely people and do amazing things with them. But I just wanted to reach people and share my story through music, and I had no idea that it would lead me to where I am now, because we've toured over 21 different countries. We've been to China, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, UK, all across. We've been to every state in America, and I just never saw it happening, and we just really got to impact people's lives. And the reason I do this now is because I want to bring hope, I want to bring inspiration and encouragement, really just ignite that fire in people. And so that's why I do what I do now. Music gives me that platform to share Jesus. And so I just encourage those listening today, man, I don't know what your dream is, I don't know where you're at, but can I encourage you to go again? Can I stir it up, to give it another shot, to knock on another door, make another phone call, send another email, get out there, get in the game. You just push through that crap, man. You just push through it, and you just know that as long as you don't quit, you are still in the game. And understand that just problems are a sign of life. And it just means that, you're headed in the right direction, because nothing is easy, but we just don't quit and know that God has a plan for us. And so that's kind of been my inspiration to keep going and where I am today.